Welcome to the FUJI booth here at IPC Apex Expo. I'm delighted to be joined by Tom Zabkovitz. Nice to see you, Tom.
Nice to see you again,
yeah.
Trevor.
So we've a couple of years back now at the NXTR when you launched it. It was a revolutionary machine at the time.
Correct.
Still is, actually, which introduces pretty much full robotic automation to the line. What have you done in the last couple of years to enhance it, update it, and I believe you're now rolling it out?
Sure, it's a great question. So yeah, what you saw the concept machine a few years ago. You saw the prototype machine, I think, at some of the recent trade shows, and now we're to a point where we've rolled out the standard series, which is now available and already implemented in the marketplace. And the next level is the NXTR, which is being released shortly and already installed at a few customers who are working with us on that technology. But that's really getting us to the full automation of auto feeder exchange, auto delivery from kitting out to the machine itself, having the capability of changing over job A to job B, and obviously setting up the next devices in the lower feeder system that we're able to then bring up into the main buffer to place parts. So
you're talking about changeover. I mean, that's a critical area. You know, it's like a pit stop mentality, if you like. But so with the automation, how quickly can you do changeover using the NXTR?
Yeah, so basically it's based on the job and it's based on the number of feeders, but you know, what we're actually able to do is minimizing changeover in the long run, because what we're doing is we're from the kitting station, we're obviously transporting using the AMR, bringing feeders out to the base buffer station, and once the base buffer station is loaded, it's just a matter of reloading for the new job and removing the old job from the operational station. So changeover can literally happen in a matter of seconds with feeder to feeder, and that certainly we can bring the whole job together and do a rolling changeover as we go. But obviously the biggest benefit is doing that fully autonomously and without operators.
Right, absolutely. So I believe you also introduced other areas of automation into this line.
Yes.
At the printer end to start with. So maybe can you tell us a little bit about what you've done there?
Yeah, absolutely. So along with the obviously the hands-free operation of the NXTR, we have to continue obviously through the full line. So what we're doing in the printing module, we actually have the capability of the NXTR PM with automatic stencil change. We're changing stencils, setting up the stencil for the next job is already in the magazine, so we're able to swap that out. But uniquely to FUJI is we're also able to automatically exchange the backup plate for the next job as well. So now removing the stencil for the current job, removing the backup plate, replacing, really is a game changer as far as the printing side of the business.
Right, so you got a two stencil changeover system.
Absolutely.
Right. What about the paste and that sort of thing? You have a magazine for automatic?
Yeah, so what we're doing, it's more of an operator or stopless application, if you will. So when it comes to material replenishment, we're able to do that while the machine is running. So there may be an exchange of stencil containment, but it's not stopping the equipment at all. We're actually doing that as the machine sends a warning and as the machine needs new material.
Okay, excellent. So, you know, as you mentioned before we started, you're starting to roll these out now.
Correct.
What sort of customers are using them? Who's interested in this level of automation?
Yeah, actually, it's widespread. You know, the NXT platform itself, people always thought of just high volume and high capacity, but that's not necessarily the case. There's a lot of flexibility involved in this as well, especially when we talk about changeover and we talk about reducing the labor resources and the hands on the equipment as well. The application here might also be to a customer that has a lot of changeover and is spending a lot of time during the day changing over with a lot of resources. So they can automate that process as well.
Interesting. So great to see the changes you made there. You've also got another new platform that you've introduced on the booth today, which is the AIMEXR.
Correct.
What are the features of that?
Yeah, so the AIMEXR, the revolutionary concept, obviously where the R comes from, is following the concepts of the NXTR from the standpoint of the head design. Basically, using the same type of FUJI quick change heads that we've always had, but it's also catering to a very large platform. So when you look at some of the server requirements out there now, and you look at some of the very, very big board, we have those capabilities, obviously, with the AIMEXR, but also with some of these new head technologies, we've basically taken so many head opportunities or head types that Fuji had and redosed those down just to a few number of heads that can accommodate a wider range of components. So whether it's the very heavy parts, the very light parts, we can cater to that obviously with a smaller quantity of heads.
Right. I mean, this is it. I mean, some of these big 5G boards, first of all, they're big.
Right.
Second, they're heavy.
Correct.
And then some of the devices that are getting mounted onto them are quite tall and,
Correct.
and quite heavy.
Correct.
So this AIMEXR is able to basically cope with all these different challenges.
Yeah, absolutely. And what we've done in addition to the new head technology, or I should say along with the new head technology, we also have a new what we call a ZS axis. So rather than just head moving on the Z axis or the nozzle placing on the Z axis, the entire head moves up on the axis as well. So this gives us the capability of not only component clearance but handling those much taller components.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Great. And so that's new here at the show. But are you rolling that out as well?
Actually, the AIMEXR has been released. So we actually showed that at Productronica in Germany and have now started rolling that out to our customers. So we are able to supply that product today.
Excellent. Well, so there you go. That's an update on the NXTR platform and a brand new system on the AIMEXR. So congratulations, Tom, and thank you for showing it to us today.
Thank you for making time. Thank you for stopping by to see us. It's always a pleasure.
Why do something 3 times when you can do it only once? Using N1 Pass technology, BTU's new Profile Tracer is a next-generation thermal profiling tool, providing real-time data acquisition for oven optimization. It identifies inconsistencies due to temperature variables at both the product level and the heat source. Profile Tracer measures dual temperature locations as well as vibration, all in one pass, giving you time to attend the more important things in life.